Hello everyone, my name is Jae, minister at Bernier Park Uniting Church. I am now enjoying this beautiful, crispy Australian winter weather and also spending my morning to reflect on a very special moment. Actually, it already passed, but I want us to reflect on the meaning of taking our journey, faith journey, with the first peoples, um, no matter they're Christian or not, um, taking our journey together with them, and also think about the meaning of the reconciliation between God and us, and the first peoples and the second peoples, which all the migrants and also those who arrived in Australia since 1788. This is my story, and also the story that I have been very in, because this story made me decide to come in this land, the country, to serve and to work and to live with the people. So in June 1999, God opened my eye to see this world from the way that I used to see. It was very different. I was actually shocked by the fact between the beauty of the harbour, Sydney Harbour, and the reality of an Aboriginal reserve, or called mission, in Nanima in Wellington, New South Wales. The village seemed to be like hidden, and its villagers looked a bit different to those I had met in the CBD of Sydney. I praised God for the beauty of city that man built in history, but I muted myself when I was learning about a history of the village and entering under the gate decorated with skulls and words of warning. I wondered whether I am in the same country, Australia, that many people wanted to live and study for their future. In Nanima, I couldn't find any piece of hope for today or tomorrow during that encounter. It was ruined and hopeless. I was very confused. Since the first encounter with the first peoples, I have been wondering about God's call upon me in a certain way, that I am still living in this country at home and contributing my gifts and talents in ministry with you. Sometimes I think to myself that I am faithful to God's call to work and live with the first peoples as a Korean migrant and a Christian. Always I come to an answer: yes, I am journeying with them in my prayer and thoughts. If God calls me to go, I will go to serve them as I have served God and all of you, Bernier Park Uniting Church. In 2009, the Uniting Church adopted the revised preamble to the Constitution that proclaims that God calls the Church to seek a renewal of a community of First Peoples and of Second Peoples from many lands. In this, you and I are Second Peoples whose history has begun in this land since 1788. The preamble recognizes that the first peoples that already encountered the Creator God before the arrival of the colonizers. The Spirit was already in the land, revealing God to the people through law, custom, and ceremony. The same love and grace that was finally fully revealed in Jesus Christ sustained the first peoples and gave them particular insights into God's ways. The acknowledgement and the recognition of the first peoples and the sovereignty of the land are embedded in the foundation of the uniting church. It may also bring us an important attention that we are called by God to pay our respect to their presence amongst us in society and to create peace and harmony for our common good in the future. This year, 2020, is a year of significant anniversaries, including the walks for reconciliation in the year 2000, when hundreds of thousands of Australians joined in public expressions of solidarity with First Peoples. This event was and is a historical monument of Australia. We, Boronia Park, would have celebrated this if we were able to gather in one place. Maybe some of us had a time to reflect on their own journey like me, or our church's journey in history. I believe that we have walked together in the move of the Holy Spirit as first and second peoples. So now we need to think about how we continue that journey as church. In those readings, the triune God, the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer would work together like a team, especially who has fought against the COVID-19 outbreak in its harm's way. In the team, some strive to create safer environment for citizens to live freely their life. Some people, such as nurses and doctors at the front line, are struggling to cure patients. Some researchers are developing vaccines and antivirus medication for all humanities facing the pandemic and its danger. Without them and their efforts, we could not have continued our daily life at home, school, or work. Their contributions and life-giving actions have made our day more livable and our future sustainable. The amazing work of those people is with us in these surreal times, so we give thanks to them. What should we learn from them in order to make a better future together? Joining in daily expressions of solidarity with First Peoples. I will now give you an action plan that you may participate in this weekend or whenever you are willing. 1. Spend time in thoughts and prayer for reconciliation. No need to say much, just commit to sit and pray in silence. Let the Holy Spirit lead your prayer, being grounded in the move of the Holy Spirit. Number 2, take action by sharing your story, why you follow Jesus and why you support being led by Boronia Park Uniting Church to respond God's call upon building relationship with the First Peoples. You know, we have celebrated July every year, the Nay Dog Week, and one of them we raised money from a music concert to support the ministry of UAICC. 3. Take advocacy action today or anytime by writing to the Minister for Corrections and Minister for Police in New South Wales encouraging them to take action to stop Aboriginal death in custody. There is a template letter for you to adjust and details of your local minister to write. So please contact me. The detail is on the newsletter. I believe that today we are called to take another step further to fulfill God's call upon us in relationship with the First Peoples. Although we are unlikely to see the First Peoples every day, do not forget that we live our home built on their land. Worship God in time and space where God encountered with their ancestors, and will continue our journey with their emerging generation and leaders like our young people and their future. We are today laying another stepping stone in a huge gap between first and second peoples. I believe, truly I believe that God the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer be with us all now and forever. In the mystery of Trinity, from the beginning to the end of the ages, God may reveal His love and hope to all who seek to find and respond God's call in making reconciliation. May you and I be God's blessings to each other, and especially this week, this moment, for the First Peoples, our Aboriginal brothers and sisters, in the Creator, the Redeemer, and the Sustainer. Amen.